at the roll ball, another little juggle to reel the ball in.
Now for Ironside, who drives it forward. Last one here for England. Ironside still an option. They'll come to Hobson instead. There was a touch, though, from Mazars, who was outstretched and just got him by the bootstrap.
100%. That was a great touch. Just great set. Just good profile from him when he was making that touch. He could just stay honest, protect his short sides, and then just made a diving touch.
The Mazars now about 10 shy of the halfway line. They'll spread it out to this right-hand side. Poirier also popping in and acting half. He's been very busy in the opening exchanges. France now up over halfway. Della Bacca still out here on this left-hand side. That's the way they come. Now through Dominici. And Dominici still looking like an option. They'll send it all the way to the right, though. Great cover defence, though, from England. I think they'll say the pass was forward anyway, but she was on the spot to shut it down.
Another one by Ella Loveridge there. Great diving touch.
So Loveridge with an early try and an early stop here as well inside the first 6 minutes. Good momentum now for England. Upfield they come, just towards that halfway line. Hobson was an option momentarily, dummy to instead, and now France really pushing up quickly. Nice touch made. Here is the last now for England, and it's a static start too, so no roll on here. And Grant, as a result, decides to bury it well away from the sub-box here for France.
Yeah, smart decision from England, just playing the circumstances in front of them, not overplaying the ball. It's very early in this opening game. There's no need to try and throw miracle ball 7 minutes in. All level, keep the consistency, keep the ball in hand, no mistakes. France now looking so potent in their attack when they get the opportunity.
The Poirier now bouncing around, and that was exactly not what the doctor ordered. You just talked about keeping things simple, and that was anything but.
Yeah, you can sort of fall into a false sense of almost insecurity in the opening games of tournaments where you want to really go out there and make a statement, and that maybe puts your completion rate in jeopardy. And I think for both of these sides, we've seen the opening 6 or 7 minutes, some real dynamic play, both in attack and defence, but the skill error is sort of creeping into the forefront of the play.
Well, now here comes Hobson really taking off and picking up good metres. Quick play the ball too. And then we're very well read in the end there from France. It was Manakachi who made the touch, and there was a bit of work to do there because he was bounding around like a jackrabbit.
Yeah, really good defensive read. I feel like the French are operating with like a double middle press where both middles are flying at the same time. It means you can't get in behind those middles as easily for England's perspective. For me, what I'd maybe look at doing is playing on the link a little bit more, so those middles have to come over and crab across and cover those spaces.
So working out towards this right-hand side now as they then straighten back up here, England, through the run of Sam Dixon, man to watch in this match. And the touch there is not made in the end from Anthoard. So play on the call here for England as support arrives in the form of Hardiman. Hardiman wrapping around on this left-hand side, pops it back to the middle. Great ball, but the touch comes in just in time from Aureline Anthoard. So back to the 7 they go here. France still holding firm. Been a really impressive opening defensive display here from the French. Still a little bit more to see off, though. England with ball in hand up towards the line. Ironside now rolls it back once more on this left-hand side, and again they mark up well. Mazars read it beautifully, steps up and makes the touch, and there's a little bit extra for France as well.
Yeah, twice now England have been marched back after conceding possession. Just not throwing the ball to the most immediate French player, always throwing it to the person that's behind them. But just as soon as they give away a penalty, one is given to them under no real pressure. Forward pass given in the midfield, and England essentially get a tap-off.
Yeah, 100%. It was looking like they were trying to run a fire up just then. Sadly, didn't pay off, but strong attack, getting some fresh legs on right now. Let's see what they can bring to... I think that they're going to play on...
Well, they've missed that one there.
Yeah,
It certainly
I think
bobbled
that
up.
was going to be rollable, wasn't it?
Now here's Pennington on the charge up towards the 7-metre mark. Dummied here from Grant, and then looking to link up long, but up step the French. And ultimately, though, this will go the way of France here, and I think they're going to say an incorrect roll ball was the issue. So France now trying to get a little bit of an extra roll upfield now. They've done plenty of defensive work in the past couple of minutes. That just releases the pressure valve a touch. So around about 25 away from their own line. Poirier, who's been very impressive so far, brings it forward, and now good momentum about this play too. Another sloppy play the ball. Let go on this occasion though. They'll turn it back towards the middle. Last one now here for France. Poirier once more looking good. However, it's picked off, and now England on the counter-attack. They'll roll it quickly. Grant bringing out to this right-hand side, and then An option once more back through the middle.
Yeah, really good defensive read there from Jordan Mellin in the middle. That's what he does. He's a bit of a ball hawk in defence. Drives really hard through the offensive line, trying to cause disruption to the attack. And now England really need to get going forward a little bit more and secure the roll ball a bit. It's been too sloppy.
Hobson now on the last, still there in support. They need to find someone that can't score from acting half, and they do find someone. It's the man we've been saying we need to keep an eye on, and France needed to keep a close eye on him there. It's Sam Dixon in for England's third.
Yeah, Sam Dix, this is what he does, just goes through the gap. Lovely little show and go by Matt Maynard, just ghosting through the gap. And Sam Dixon, I mean, I'm a proud coach right now. Some boy.
Let's see what France can do now. They're on them. They got to the 7 quite early. Oh, passive out the back.
Delabaka was looking for support, but a great read in the end from Alice Hobson, who stepped up into the line from that wing position, knocks it down, but still more pressure on the English line here. So 3-2, a slender lead. Otherwise, Delabaka had a third.
100%. I think. Oh, just diving at the feet here. We see, just trying to get short sides. They're quite steppy, and just quickie plays almost. Bringing it back to the middle now. Oh, that's going to be a new set of 6.
Yeah, once more touch there from England. So that's probably the 3rd or 4th occasion they've decided to slap it down. They're more than happy to do so once they think France are building to something here. This little pass is provided for Pin. Calls a forward from the crowd here as well. Might be a little bit of a biased crowd, though, I'll tell you that much. As Pin once more has a crack at them. And geez, for a moment there, I didn't think Ironside got him in time.
Yeah, that was a bit too close for comfort from England's perspective. And this is what Mel Pin does, so long.
Yeah, county step inside, step back short side. Is that a third? And that is... Oh.
Forward pass from the base of the ruck. Sideline ref in a really good position. And that just shows the quality of the referees at the World Cup. Yes, the main focus is on the players that are on the pitch, but there's no game without team ref. And in a perfect position to spot the forward pass.
Of course, 193 on display throughout this tournament. 3 here for this particular match, and they all rotate during the game. As now Grant brings it forward. Nice quick roll ball as well. Here's Pennington floating a ball out the back. The idea wasn't a bad one. Just took it perhaps a little bit too deep into the line there.
Yeah, and with this England mixed open side, there's a big cohort of players from NQ Rebels based out of Manchester. So you will see a lot of these players just throw almost blind balls because they know with that team cohesion that there will be people there. And Gabe Pennington's one of those that trusts the system more than anyone else.
So now Grant back on the inside, far too easy on this occasion. Jordan Melling has already provided a try. This time he cashes in, and once more England are across the line and they extend that margin to 2.
Yeah, and that's an NQ score through and through. ML, step back, Jordan Melling in a hole, could have moonwalked over the try line. And England really starting to turn the screw. Very even in the opening 10. Last 4 or 5 minutes, started to level their attack up, pulling a couple scores ahead. And France are really looking for at least a score, maybe try and stay only 1 or 2 down but at half-time.
Here's Poirier now, finding a little pass out wide for Chassang. This will be the last one here for France as they head back toward the middle now. A static start, and that has gone about 2 meters forward. That's almost sin bin worthy.
Yeah, NFL pass coming in early doors.
We're just seeing England here drive up the box, just getting fresh legs on again. Just a simple A set.
No touch there. Gets away with that. That was very fortunate.
Ironside plays it now. Appears as an option once more. This time a good read from France, though, but they're all set to this left-hand side. Ironside, though, turns it back towards the middle. And I think there was a missed opportunity there for England. It was 4-on-3 on that left-hand edge.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like they opted for the safer option rather than maybe the right one, as they looked to just kill this ball box side, so the French had to go all the way across the field to get fresh legs on. But you're exactly right. 4-on-3 on the far side. Maybe they'll look to expose that in the second half.
Now, Chassang rolls it back, and then an awkward pass there for France. They still managed to keep possession, though, just shy of the halfway line. Touches made there from Grant, and now really taking off. Here comes Poirier again, looking to float a pass out on the outside, but well met in the end there from Harry Richards, who kept his width.
Yeah, Harry Richards is one of these players that we saw at Nationals really start to level his game up. And yes, we know that he's super steppy in attack and he's very dynamic, but the defensive side of his game is something that he's really worked on, and you can see it in this mixed open side. He's got a lot of responsibility here.
Gabe on the ball here now. His
Pennington.
platform's perfect. Oh.
Well, there is the commentator's curse. Perhaps the first one of the World Cup here. Pennington was building nicely, but ball went to ground, and now France can turn things on their head pretty quickly here through Alexandre. And there's another sloppy play the ball from France. So they've come unstuck about the last 5 minutes or so. A lot of ill discipline creeping in.
No, 100%. It seems like there has been a lot of penalties for this high of standards. Maybe it's team jitters, first game in, but from both teams, it's a high standard, and they want to keep it this. Let's see what England can do here now. Shifting towards Melling, who rolls it back about 10 metres away. Melling once more looking dangerous. Goes for the direct route here out to Hobson. Well tracked in the end there from Anthoard, and now back to that 7 metre mark they go. Melling towards the middle now for Pennington. Dropped it down, Pennington again. Yeah. Now having a little look at them all. There's an injury here too as well.
And that's Maël Pin.
Yeah, Pin is, of course, the real danger man for France, but that could be a dangerous thing for him there. It looks like the hamstring is the one he's clutching at as England go in once more.
Yeah, and again, it's another NQ score, and yes, but it's made because of the injury to Maël Pin, and it's definitely the hamstring. And if you're a French mixed open supporter, that is probably the absolute last person you would like to see injured, because he can make something from nothing. And at the moment, they will be without their danger man.
Well, it's worth pointing out too, France led this match 5-2 at the moment, but 2-1 early on for France as Poirier now once more brings it forward, but again, ill discipline creeping in for France, another turnover. So we'll keep a close eye on Maël Pin here as we approach the half-time whistle. It's all already creeping up very quickly, just 3 minutes remaining.
Yeah, great defence there by England. Just France can't able to get through, and just driving up the box now, just trying to put pressure. We see France being really compact in this defence here, just making it harder for England to get a platform down.
Nice quick play the ball as well as Hardiman hops in, looking for the action and finds a little pass here as well for Crossley, who crosses the try line. 6-2 now. And just having a look at Maël Pin as well, already has the strapping on. So he might have come into this one with an injury cloud of sorts, and certainly it hasn't gone to plan in this opening exchange.
Yeah, and that score that we've just seen is exactly where Maël Pin would have been in that defensive set between the link and the wing. I think we're seeing at the moment from this French side a lot of disparity between the link and the wing. The middles and the links are very tight together, trying to compact the field of play. But there's a massive gap between the link and the wing every single time England attack, and they look to go and expose that again. Just guilty of overplaying, but your 4 scores up in the opener, why not have a go?
Just there, England went for the direct straight after France tap-off, which is really good in every game. They're keeping France on their toes, but unfortunately didn't pay off. But now England do get the ball back, so let's see what we can do.
Well, this could be a crucial set right here before half-time. Only about a minute to go, and an easy turnover from France. And now Grant has the opportunity to keep marching forward about 20 metres away. Melling hopping in and acting half. Flat ball here for Pennington. At pace, back on the inside for Melling. And once more, it's like clockwork here in Nottingham. It's a 7th try for the home team.
Yeah, that's just a sweeper and then give the ball back inside. Just insane play. The link couldn't step up from France, and they were just caught chasing in, which was really, really nice from England there.
Yeah, it seems like England is benefiting from a bit of conditioning that they've done earlier on in the game. They run that exact same play, but with the step back earlier, and instead of using the step back, they just feed it back off to the half. And Melling and Pennington, dangerous combination.
The final chance here for France now in this first half to try and snag one back. Quick little release here for Alexandre, who goes wide early. Della Bacca looking for a hat-trick, and she gets there. That one is called all good, and she certainly has deserved it. What a great start to the tournament for her. We certainly have an early front-runner for top try scorer.
Yeah, and just as I was complimenting England's use of conditioning, that score comes from France's conditioning. The earlier play, they run the passive link. So the England winger flew out expecting the passive link, wasn't there, winger's free. That's all she wrote.
And that will be a touch pass. It's gone forward nonetheless, and you can hear there the siren has sounded. That'll bring to a close this first half. I think we might get one final play here for an indiscretion before it went. And France, I can't imagine we'll see anything too miraculous here off the back of this play. So that'll bring it to a close here this first half. England dominant after a very spirited start from France. They led 2-1, but 7-3 at the break.
Yeah, it's a really impressive display from England. For me, maybe the first 5 or 10 minutes, a little bit of nerves. You're just warming into the first game. It's a long tournament. So you don't need to, run yourself into the ground early doors. And what we saw from England was they just turned that screw more and more and more. You can't talk about that first half, though, without mentioning the injury to Mael Pin. That's a really big loss for this mixed open side. I had people messaging me on Instagram saying, watch out for the Mael Pin masterclass that you're going to see on pitch 1. Unfortunately, it's not quite happened for him.
Well, hopefully it's just cramp over there, but he's still looking like he's getting taped up. But all the best for that playing for the team. But both teams looking strong. I think this standard is really high in the mixed category, and if you're one of the coaches now, what are you saying to your team, hey?
Well, for England, it should be more of the same. Just keep building. No injuries is probably the big one. We were talking earlier on. It's really difficult for you to manage those injuries. You don't need to go too hard too soon.
We'll find out exactly how they can manage the second half in just a moment. England at the break, leading 7-3 here in Nottingham, the opening game of the 2024 Touch World Cup. We'll take a very short break and all the second half action in just a moment.
So what does it mean to you? The time?
Sweat. The passion.
The thrill. The determination.
The support.
The camaraderie.
But it's so much more than that.
We're playing for something bigger.
You ready?
Question is, how are you going to leave your legacy?
Welcome back here to Nottingham, the opening game of the Touch World Cup for 2024. The Mixed Opens division, England with a dominant first half display, 7-3. France did start very well, 2-1 in the early stages, and hat-trick so far already out wide for Della Bacca. So some positive signs here for France. Let's see if they can capitalise on them in the second 20 minutes here. All to play for as they go on the attack here through Poirier. And the big question, of course, is whether Mael Pin will return after that first half injury. They drop it down 7 away. Poirier straight away. It's a warrior from Poirier, and straight down it goes.
Yeah, that will do England the world of good for their confidence. That won't know. That's a skiller, right? That's the second, commentators curse we've had so far.
Well, you two are off the Mickey. I'm not yet.
Yeah, terrible skill error there at the roll ball, just dropping the ball uncontested. And France now, this will give them a really good opportunity to get another score on the board. Bring the
Upset as
deficit
well
back
here
down.
from France as they get the troops back onto the pitch now, and now Poirier as well. This time, Marius. Might even have to go with Marius and Maxime for that matter.
He was just trying to do a link punish there on the let go link. Now trying counties.
Is Marius now with a lovely ball across the face. They read it nicely, though. Richards again was the man who stepped up and shut it down. As now they'll throw it out wide. Good touch made there once more from England. So the scramble also on point at this point in time for the home team.
Yeah, it's really good play, really good defensive read. And, Gabe Pennington, just a little comment on Gabe Pennington, is one of the most defensively astute players I have ever seen in England touch. So this England mixed open side is going to pride themselves on the stubbornness of their defence.
Well, there was Pennington with that previous run. Now Grant getting involved, and so too here for Melling, who's already got to try himself in a set-up one. Can he do so again now? Popped on here from Pennington. That's a bit of ad-lib footy. But once more, they step up and shut it down. A nice read in the end there from Dominici.
Yeah, that was great from France there. Great defence, but great shipping of the ball from England as well, showing those quick hands, showing what they can do. But just straight up driving now from France.
And here come France now on the attack, about 20 away. Good meters here on offer. I think Grant's going to get pinged for that. Yes, he is.
You think?
Well, I know we've got China playing here in this tournament, but that was more like the Chinese wall there from Grant. Now little dummy comes out, and they were never back the full distance. As a result, France play through. They had to score first in this second half, and they've done exactly that, 7-4.
Yeah, England just compounding their errors there. Hard touch given away by Sam Grant. And yeah, Gabe Pennington unfortunately just doesn't hit the line. Really good call from the referee. And France starting to find their feet in this second half. Remy Boss getting over for the score.
Yeah, just there, just a mid step back actually. So making sure England need to make sure those mids are tight. But let's see what they can do with the attack now.
Now Hobson taking off, turns it back on the inside. Oh, heavy touch there in the end. Dixon plays all the way through, collects a second, and I'll tell you what, he has had a rapid rise in the past 12 months, and now he's showing his wares on the biggest stage of all.
Yeah, what a hammer. Hammer coming off the Aussie screen, and Dicko getting straight over. Lovely dive, and he's got to be happy with that. First cap for the open side. First tournament is a World Cup. And he's leaving his mark.
2 tries already here for Sam Dixon as England now once more restore that 4-point lead. Little bobble here from Dominici, and now looking to really flex the muscle here. France up against the try line. Back to the 7 they'll come though. Short pass here for Poirier. Last one once more. Marius Poirier. Oh, wanted the flick pass now. Certainly they stepped up into the passing lane. I thought that was one of those 50-50 calls.
Yeah, definitely. Could have gone either way, but more the defender Anna Crossley she didn't mean to be in the way. It was more thrown at her leg, so that's why kind of the ref's decision went that way.
Another turnover here as well. Meekly once more from England. That's 2 already in the opening first 3 and a bit minutes of this second half. That's another very flat pass there, if that's being polite there from Marius Poirier. And fortunately we'll see things now going the way they should, so to speak. The touch footy gods have shown their wares over that particular call. Now England upfield. So Grant popping a little pass as Mazars makes the touch. They'll keep it alive here through Melling. Short pass here for Helly Hammond, who gets good meterage as well. Melling slowing things down, brings it out to this left-hand side for Grant. Gets away from the touch, and then easy meters here for Grant, who might go all the way. He dives, gets around the touch, and that is far too easy for Grant.
So we saw that in the first half, and Gabe did the exact same thing. He saw that the defenders were dropping off early, but Gabe threw the long ball. This time, he was able just to run past and go their short side and get the try. This was amazing play. Just having the vision to see the defence do that, really, really nicely.
All in the eyes there as well for Grant. They had one eye themselves, the France defenders, on that link on that right-hand side, but ultimately you've got to make sure you're marking up against the man who's got the ball. Is now Marius Poirier. Once more, sets things in motion. Out to this left-hand side. They step up and deal with it pretty easily there, England. First ball here, out for Alexander. And now for Anthoard, who drops it down. Last one now. Anthoard looking long, playing short, ultimately goes to the deck. But France asking a few more questions here in this second half.
Yeah, so much better from France offensively. Actually moving and engaging English players rather than just sticking to structure that's a little bit too stubborn to cause England any problems. They give them a lot of positivity going into the second half.
So Evans got that one under duress, but was able to maintain possession as then a strong charge comes in here from Crossley, who looked a little bit cross actually after that one. Now she drives here through Hardiman. Hardiman on the burst, but France again here. Much better showing both sides of the ball for that matter.
Yeah, definitely. France really starting to kick into gear. Although that's another generous call at the roll ball, but they ride their luck and they get away with it.
Now here's Maxime Poirier, who picks it up out of acting half. They're all offside here, England, so that's why he's running directly at them. Now they'll get the strike dump here. Poirier bouncing around. Good little pass there, finding Dominici, but England found him, turned him away, and the score remains at 9-4.
Yeah, that is great defence from England there. Great opportunity from France, and just unlucky not to get that. But like you said, England stuck it. It's getting quite tense now. It's getting tense in this game.
There's just too many errors from England at the moment. Too many unforced errors. There was two infringements at the roll ball and then about as forward a pass as you could possibly hope to see. And just as we're saying that is another forward pass, and both teams not doing very well in the skill error count.
And you might hear through the Atmos mic too a groan from the entire audience here at Nottingham, all about 3,000 or 4,000 of them who are watching us now. A send sail down this left-hand touchline. Nice quick roll ball as well. Hopping up quickly is Hobson, who then does a bit more work here in an acting half. First receiver now is Pennington. Pennington drops it down. Grant charging at the line. Good delay on the pass. Oh, Hobson was there, but a brilliant read out wide from Dominici shuts it down.
Yeah, the pass had to go. I think that's one of those passes you've just got to give on instinct and hope that the winger's where they should be, because the 2-on-1 was there, but the defensive pressure from France does enough.
Yeah, France coming back on now. They really need to get a try to bring some momentum to this. It's feeling quite... Oh, they're getting momentum here.
Here's Chassain now looming in support. Here he comes. Oh, had to keep going to the left-hand side. 3-on-1. Ultimately, they'll come back for the initial indiscretion, but had they had a playthrough there would have been a lot of hair being pulled from the coaching box.
But you know what? That's a coach killer, because the infringement's off the ball. He just pulled Gabe Pennington's shirt back and did really well to set it up, and then just gave away a useless penalty and takes away all of the advantage that they'd gained. It's a real shame.
Now Clark Hobson, full head of steam, drops it back quickly. That one's gone well and truly forward. We've seen quite a few of them. If you cast your mind back to the 1988 World Cup, you were allowed a forward pass involved in that. Almost NFL style, and I think they think they're back in 1988 today.
Yeah, a little bit too early for me, that. I'll be honest. But I completely agree. There's been too many forward passes, and I think that skill error count is just slowly creeping to the point where maybe you're getting a bit worried. Here's
Maynard now. We haven't seen too much of Matt so far in the opening 30 or so minutes of this fixture, as Mazars brings it forward here for France. So they can get another one on the board here, France. They'll certainly set it up for a bit of a grandstand finish coming inside the final quarter of this match.
Yeah, that was just another mistake at the line from England. Hopefully, we do need to make sure these error rates.
Well, here's Poirier now taking off right through the middle. Good speed as well. Got away from them. Needs to link up. Pops a pass. Beautiful ball. On the spot is Valet, but they've just got her in time, have they? No, Valet cashes in. And it's chauffeur style. Valet, or is it valet?
Oh, it's a beautiful read from the half. Recognised that the covering link that had cut underneath was just getting tracked. Holds the ball, delays the pass, little pop. 9-5. England need to start kicking back up into gear. And France in the ascendancy at the moment, especially with an unforced error.
This is looking like what France needs from that try. Bringing it up, getting the ball again. Stopping England at the line. Let's see what they can build from here.
Now Bose brings it forward. Good touch made in the end there from Ella Loveridge, who's already got a try so far. Poirier again looking dangerous and instructing his troops. Last one now here for France. They've looked much better in this second half. Chassain sends it wide, or they just needed one more, but Loveridge read it well once more. That's two in that one set that have been quite crucial, those touches from Loveridge.
Yeah, that was a great cut from the link there and then shipping it left. But like you said, great read from Ella Loveridge over there. smashing it out, staying on the whole game, which is amazing.
Now they'll drive forward here through Helly Hammond. Grant once more getting involved. Threatened to link up there with Pennington, who takes off. Good speed from Pennington. Opens up a passage, finds the support of Alice Hobson. And Hobson will make it double digits here for England, 10-5.
Also, if you just heard a roar through the on-field mic, that was Ben Meakin celebrating his partner getting down in the score. And really well worked again from England's perspective. Bit of variation from their strike plays. You've seen a couple MLs, then we see Gabe Pennington just pick up, hitch kick through the gap, turns and burns, and then the vision to find the free player.
Lovely
Gorgeous
shake
play.
and bake from the wing ends. Link, right?
A crucial try as well there for England. All the momentum was with France, but now they need to recalibrate things here. Mazars picks it up. Big step and then an even bigger slip. The rain has started coming down here at Nottingham, and already it's having an impact. So England now will work it away from their own end here. Little short pass there for Hobson. In fact, that looked to be another forward one that was potentially let go, but Hobson doesn't mind. He'll have a run this time around. Up towards halfway. Mazars is there to meet them. Now, straightening up even further still. Passive out the back here for the run of Richards, who takes off and then knocked down there from France. Well, Delabacca probably didn't need to make a play at it, and that was on the last as well. It's another fresh set coming up for England.
Yeah, it's really tough as a winger in that position, because if you don't and the English player gets it, she's walking in. It's really tough, and I've got a feeling we'll probably see middle, link punish, and then they'll look to go long here from this offensive set.
What I'm just seeing here as well, France are looking like they're dropping quite early. We can see that far link as well. So England just need to make sure everyone stays up and tries and gets all defenders up as they can.
So Ironside now the man to watch in this set. Here's Hardiman with him. Turning it out to this left-hand side for Crossley. Now Hardiman looking dangerous again. Links up with Crossley. Well, Hardiman, he's hard to stop. And Crossley is across the line again here. So England flexing their muscle now.
Yeah, there's the link punish. A little bit of a dummy and a step. But lovely delay on the pass in behind the covering link. And France looking a bit disconnected in their defence. England taking full advantage of that.
It's been in passages here, the French play. They've looked really good for a few minutes and then they just drop off quite quickly.
It's a bit of a characteristic of the French play, unfortunately. We've seen it with the men's open especially. 5-minute spells that are superb.
Now Marius Poirier getting very close. They just hit the line in time and made the touch, so one more to see off here. France really needing a try. Poirier shows it once, then takes off. The flick pass comes out, but the only one who's going to be catching that are the worms in the grass.
Yeah, England looking really good defensively. I like how they're moving almost as two independent sets of three and then coming back to connect via the middles. And Gabe Pennington will be orchestrating this defence, will be thoroughly impressed with the lack of error on the line. Can't say that much going forward.
A nice charge here from England with around about 6.5 minutes remaining as Grant is back on the field now. Dodging around, and Pennington once more takes off, threatening with his speed. Worked beautifully, but a great saving touch in the end there from Dominici. I think they might have even got a touch a little earlier on the inside too, though.
Yeah, maybe a shadow of a touch and pass there, but they get away with it. Good touch. Really dominant touch there.
Now France sending it wide early, looking for some open space here for Delabacca, who would love a fourth in the opening exchanges here of the 2024 Touch World Cup in Nottingham. Hope you're enjoying all the coverage. James Preston, Joe Wright and Alice Summers bring you all the action here in the mixed open. As once more, Anthoard takes off and gets all the way through, looking for support, finds it, and also they creep inside the dead ball line. Well, French just won't go away at the moment. They're like a blue cheese from France. It's a bad smell.
Yeah, that was just great momentum from France, just getting good yards down there and then being able to scoop short side and then looking for that play out on the inside. Really, really nice, and just simple. Simple plays is effective at the end of the day.
So 11-6 here with just over 5 minutes remaining. It's still not done here for England. If France score again, the nerves will certainly start to flare up as forward they drive now through Crossley. Hardiman, good footwork again, snapping ankles and getting across the try line. Well, Hardiman, his last 5 minutes have been exceptional.
Yeah, he's big left foot step to get over the line. And again, a variation of the ML, and it feeds out Oh, lovely left foot step. And again, that disconnect in the French defence, not working together as a unit. Struggling to cover the ground.
Yeah, let's tap off this from France again. They really do need a score. England got double the points, so something to bring some momentum up. 5 minutes left. See what they can do.
And here's Alexander and also Dominici. Alexander here. Out to Dominici once more. 7 away from the line. They're all retreating at the moment. As a result, Dominici diving pretty early there from a great distance. They'll come back to the 7-metre mark, though. Last one now for France. Alexander sends it wide. Was that one forward? Yes, it will be called as such. So 12-6. The Dirty Dozen here for England, and they just can't reel them back in.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because it's a really good attempt at the long ball, but it does just drift forward. And sideline ref in a really good position to spot. It's gone forward out the hands, not drifted forward in the breeze, because there is a little breeze kicking up in Nottingham. Not enough, though, to give her the benefit of the doubt on that instance.
Now Hobson bring it forward, and will certainly work nicely here for England. So less than 4 minutes remaining now. They have to be quite literally perfect from this point to have any chance here, France. But you'd be a very brave man to say they can get a single point out of this one. As Grant brings it forward now. There's a bobble from Grant, though. And that is the opening France need. They must score this set if they are any chance, though.
England getting really high up on that first touch, as we can see. It's looking really good. Their policies are looking strong, just trying to stop France and making sure they don't roll, stepping up.
France now stretching it out to this right-hand side. Nice quick roll ball to Anthouard. Well, they had them backtracking there. It was a really good opportunity for France, but so many times it's come unstuck in the roll ball.
It was definitely the best transition we've seen from France, and it's just a shame that the skill error at the end undoes all that good work. It gives England a relatively straightforward transition as well, just up the box side.
Now Crossley bringing it up over halfway, and once more there's an error there. So it's been a reasonably high standard match, but unfortunately truncated with plenty of errors throughout. When it has flowed nicely, both sides have looked exceptional.
Yeah, 100%. I think great calls from the refs as well, like making sure they're honest, staying on top of it. I mean, sometimes they can't see everything, can they, at the end of the day, but it's looking good.
Well, it does set a nice tone for the rest of the tournament here, for what the players can expect in terms of the officiating, as France here on the last have a real mix-up multiple times there. Mazars wouldn't disappear. And ultimately, it's easy pickings in the end for England, and with just over 2 minutes remaining, they have comfortably wrapped this one up.
Yeah, it's a really good opening performance from England. Quite comprehensive. Yes, there have been some errors, but we can put that down to first game jitters. I'm sure those errors will start to smooth themselves out the deeper we go into this tournament.
So Hobson popping a little pass here, and now Evans up over halfway. Pennington once more taking off. Rolls it back quickly. In fact, that was Clark Hobson. Now once more they go through. Great diving touch in the end. Mazars is got one of the largest lengths of reach there in the arms that you'll find here in the Touch World Cup, so he was always going to be tough to get around.
Yeah, call him an albatross. The wingspan's atrocious. And a lovely defensive read there from the English winger.
Wow,
turnover.
That is great from England. Just putting up that pressure just shows what you can do, and just a silly mistake by France, I would say.
So England now with another full set in good field position. Hobson tracking across this left-hand side. Once more takes off. Poirier is there to make the touch. Little pass back now for Evans. He rolls it down on the 7. Quick release. Dixon looking for a hat-trick. He won't need to do it himself. Easy passage, and I think that might actually be a hat-trick there for Ella Loveridge. So either way, it was going to be 3 on the board.
Yeah, very selfless from Sam Dixon. I know more mature players than him have decided to try and take the line and take the hat-trick, but gives the pass out, shows the maturity. And England just capping a display with a lovely little score in the corner. 7 tries to the good.
So 13-6 inside the final minute now. France with a chance for a consolation try, and certainly a little bit to build on for the rest of the tournament, but that is not the blocks that you want for the foundation. It's all come unstuck there, so England will cruise to victory in the end. I certainly gave them a scare at multiple times here, though, the French.
Yeah, and you can't help but feel like if the French can just tighten up in certain areas, they would have run this game a lot closer. But unfortunately, England just proved too good too early in the tournament.
Oh, let's see what France can do. Oh, the hooter goes. He's trying round the
Warrior.
outside.
A few little dummies and off he went, and he nearly fooled them all, but in the end, England a great start on home soil here in Nottingham to open the Touch World Cup for 2024. A comprehensive display and a real team performance as well. 13-6, everybody contributing though.
Yeah, really nice on both sides of the ball as well. Not only offensively, yes, you've stuck 13 scores against, but defensively really tight as a unit. Like I say, sort of operating as 2-3s and merging back together with the impetus of the middles. And from an English perspective, yeah, you might be a little bit disappointed with some of the unforced errors. There were a few, we can't just gloss over them. But it's the first game of the tournament. You've got to give yourself a little bit of breathing space, and overall, quite a comprehensive result.
No, 100%. I think England would be super happy with that result. I mean, coming back from Euros, they lost to France, so this is a great step for them to move forward into their group. But France just didn't seem to bring it this game, and they did have a cracker at the couple first minutes, but didn't bring it.
There we go, full time here for our opening match in Nottingham for the Touch World Cup 2024. It's been a long wait, but certainly a great way to start things. England claiming victory over France, 13 points to 6. Don't you go too far in less than 10 minutes time. 2:50 p.m. local time here, GMT. It'll be Chile taking on Jersey once more in the mixed opens division. We'll take a short break and all the action in just a moment.
Been requested by the organisers of the event and the venue that the field do not be used for warming up or for practicing. We cannot reiterate this enough. These fields of play are for a duty to last us for the entire week. We will keep reminding you, you will get bored of us asking, but please do not practice, warm up or train on any main field of play. So over on field 8, please remove yourselves from that field. Thank you.
Hey, good. Am I that quick or no? England. Are you going to ask me?
So what does it mean to you? The time,
The sweat, the passion,
the thrill, the determination,
the support,
the camaraderie.
but it's so much more than that.
We're playing for something bigger.
you ready?
Question is, how are you going to leave your legacy?
Welcome back here to Nottingham. Our second game about to get underway in the mixed opens division. James Preston and Joe Wright to bring you all the action. The siren may have sounded, but we don't have a ball on field as of yet. It's Chile taking on Jersey. And this is ultimately a bit of a match of the unknown here, Joe.
Yeah, definitely. I'm super looking forward to watching Chile. I've sort of been a bit infatuated by Chilean rugby over the past year or so with the rise of Rodrigo Fernandez and the likes of the rugby union scene. So I'm super interested to see how Chile can translate that into touch, especially in the mixed open.
Well, here we are. We're underway now, and Chile getting first use of the ball. They'll pop it back towards the middle now. Nice quick release here for the run of Torres. And Torres still an option. Now he gets it, plays it inside the 7. Torres on the return. Ooh, had he been able to hold his footing there, he was going to go over untouched.
Yeah, they've run him quite close there at the line. Maybe ball just maybe going a little bit too close to the ground for any sort of forward impetus, and Jersey injecting loads of pace, although that was a roll ball infringement, but don't tell the referees. They got away with that one there.
Here comes Jersey now into enemy territory. Last play as they wrap it around. This is a little bit haphazard, if you will, here from Jersey. No real structure about the end of that set.
A bit jouet, just for the sake of it. Yeah, no, Jersey, I mean, again, as you said at the start, it's the battle of the unknowns. We've not really seen these two sides before, especially in Nottingham. So we're not really sure what to expect. And Jersey seems to have a lot of pace. So do Chile. We'll see who can manage that with some structure.
So Vega rolls it back and now sending wider still from Cisternas Holmes. And nearly running out of real estate there and across the sideline. So fortunately pulling up just in time as Cisternas. Holmes now sends it across. Short pass here for Avedikian. Now Avedikian now opens up a whole heap of space. Pops the pass. Oh, they've somehow dropped it over the line.
Oh,
well, that's going to be on the compilation. That's the first real big bomb try of the tournament.
Oh, it was begging. They've done so well. They created such separation between the Jersey wing and link. And just the skill error creeping in at the last moment. But Chile will take a lot of confidence from it, no matter how botched it was.
Unfortunately, the only other separation there was between ball and hand, and that went to deck. And as a result, no try here for Chile. Jersey, though, working for. That one's just gone behind the link run there. Pushing through, it was Rena Nelson who was looking to link up and potentially get across the line. But I think we're also seeing some first game nerves here from both of these sides.
Yeah, definitely. You sort of, I think what we saw with England-France was they built into the game because they didn't want to make errors through nerves. What we're seeing here is two teams just going hell for leather through nerves. So it's a real, it's flipped the dynamic on its head compared to the game we just saw, but it's going to make for a very interesting affair.
This is nice, though, from Jersey, really stepping up quickly and putting on a heap of pressure here for Chile, and as a result, haven't gone too far yet. Last one now, though, and not a bad roll ball either. They do get the strike dump, and they'll take off. How about that for a turn of pace from Matias Fuentes all the way through, and Chile have their first 2024 World Cup try.
Yeah, it's a beautiful heads-up read. They go right. He must get a call to check left, and a delayed pass. Ghosting through the gap, really nice hole hitting, and Chile's very happy with that score. They open up their account for the Touch World Cup. Jersey looking to reply.
Matias Fuentes on the board here. Now, chance for Jersey to try and respond here. So down early in the piece, just over 3 minutes gone. Short pass provided here for Graham. Is looking nice, but ultimately shut down there from Chile. Last one here for Jersey now. And Graham will take all the time in the world to try and work for a touch. And he does get it. So that was a bit of an interesting one there from Chile. Ultimately, they simply just needed to step up as a team.
Yeah, it's one of those where when you're in the 7, you've got to advance. They just weren't doing it fast enough. And Jersey now have an opportunity. Touch is made. Definitely.
Vedekien, who came in to make it just on the line. Now back to the 7 they go here. Cole Graham, once more, slowing things down. Now step up, Graham, the man to watch. Quick release, back out to that right-hand side. They were looking to send it long early, an unmarked winger. But in the end, Alanko couldn't get that pass away without the attention of Chile. So Alanko and Graham, they seem to be the two architects here for Jersey early on.
Yeah, definitely. And Graham now looking to go wide, and ball is touch is made. I'd just like to see them use the other people on the pitch a little bit more, spread the defence, move the ball a little bit faster. The moment it's a bit too compact, and Chile can defend it quite easily.
Now Alanko once more stepping off the left, then the right, straightening up, bouncing through, but the touch is made, and I think we're going to see another set here.
Yeah.
So penalties galore at the moment in favour of Jersey. They'll have to be careful here. If they get 3 in a row, someone will be sat down. So now Graham tracks across to this left-hand side of the field. Up they step to make the touch. Graham once more having a little look at the line. There's another penalty. Well, I'm actually quite surprised someone hasn't been sat down here.
Yeah, I think it's because the first penalty that was given might have been slightly outside of the 7. We'd have to have a look back and make sure that that was the case. But this is definitely one more. Someone's going for time.
Last chance saloon, and Graham has been more than happy to try and work for penalties throughout the last few minutes. Will he do so again here? Graham Cole back on the inside. What a ball there. And on the spot is Anusha and Alenko. And we are locked up at 1 try apiece, and it is that combination, Graham and Alenko.
Yeah, really good conditioning. They didn't get too impatient, didn't try and force things. They kept hold of the ball, worked through their patterns, then did start to move the ball from left to right a little bit quicker. Yeah, a little bit of a sway on, and then they end up going over, and we're 1 apiece. It's set up for quite an interesting affair. As I say that, ball goes to ground and turnover.
Cavaral just onto the field there and linking up, but not with the desired outcome in the end. As Jersey flinging away to this right-hand side. DaCosta getting involved as well. Up over halfway now. Nice charge here from Jersey, straightening up the attack. Good to see from them. They'll keep driving forward here. They will certainly get a shot at the line. They'll play it 8 away on the last. Now, was there a foot in there? Yes, there was. Another set to come here in favour of Jersey. So some early game jitters, but the last couple of minutes, they've really set themselves into proceedings.
Yeah, sweeper play coming round now. Looks to dive at the line. That's a big touch that's made. Jersey now don't have that part of Alenko and Graham, so they're going to have to figure out their own way of getting over.
Well, Powell looks to be the man. Here he is again. Powell diving from distance. Got very low very quickly, but they make the touch in time. And back to the 7 they'll come now. So a good few minutes here for Jersey. They'll roll it back on the 7. Powell once more looming in support. Johnson directing traffic. Picks it up from acting half. Johnson all the way to the line. Pops a little pass around the corner. Joshua Stewart is on the spot. And it's a second try here for Jersey. So after a very nervy couple of minutes to begin with, they've looked very strong.
Yeah, definitely. And again, good conditioning. Touch before. They run the sweeper. Gave the sweeping player the ball. Condition the width. That time, step back. Pop back to the link. It's in acres of space. And Chile look great when they've got the ball in hand. When they're in the defensive zone, look a little bit disjointed, not as connected as Jersey are. Although Chile now running into their attack. Quickie play, looks to step. Hole maybe picks the wrong option. His middle partner was definitely free. But they do get the penalty.
It was Vega who just couldn't get her hands to it. Went to ground, but ultimately Chile will come away with another set to work with here. So out to that left-hand side, they bring it. Stepping up quickly was Alenko. They've floated over the top. Beautiful pass from Chile. Well, they all had eyes back towards the middle and completely unmarked out wide. They've gone in. Here it is again on the replay. And this is what we call eyes up footy, Joe.
Yeah, and honestly, I think it's because no one in their right mind would throw that ball off first. And like that's not what you're taught in touch ever. You're taught to use all of the touches available to you. So Jersey probably just thought, oh, well, he's just going to take it here and take another touch. And then we look at that on 6. Nope. Chile went, nope, we're not going to play by the rule book. Here's the long ball off first. 2 tries apiece.
Well, Felipe Avedikian was the man who threw it. And Cisternas Holmes getting herself on the try scorer sheet. 2-2 now as Cole Graham takes it right to the line. Touch is made on him, though. Andre Avedikian was the man who did so. Jersey now with Graham back out there. Linking up with Alenko, floating it long. No touch pass there. It was a very close run thing, but in the end, ball goes across the sideline, and we are still locked up here at 2 tries apiece after 9 minutes.
Yeah, I think for Jersey and their attack, maybe especially when Alenko and Graham are on the pitch, I'd like to see them use a little bit of a decoy and play with someone else, so the Chilean defence has to stay honest and has to mark other people. At the moment, they could just double up and they're finding success in doing so.
I like this high press that we've seen from Jersey as well in the opening 10 minutes. Every defensive set, they're really getting up in the faces here of Chile as they work it up over halfway now. Nice quick roll ball. Floated out here from Avedikian. And then just out in front there of the run for Priest Livingston, who really takes off. Now, has he done enough? I think there may have just been a touch here from Jersey. Yes, it is a try-saving touch in the end. Otherwise, that one was going to come from absolutely nothing. Last one still here, though, for Chile. They send it out to the middle. Cisternas Holmes. Nowhere to go, but ultimately will come away with another set.
That's a coach killer. The Jersey link just not moving. You've got to go forward on sixth touch. You can't get away without it. And, you know, from a nothing position, Chile now have a great opportunity to go ahead in this game.
A short little pass here for Nicholas Avedikian. Avedikian trying to squeeze through. The man who was pinged for that penalty, that was LeMaistre. Now Avedikian. Bouncing around about 10 metres away. Plays it quickly. Still an option on that left-hand side. A terrible pass. I think we can put that down to the rain that is really building here at Nottingham, and it's just slipped out of the grasp.
Yeah, it's a shame because Chile had done really well to retain possession, and then they give themselves an opportunity to go attack at the line, and skill errors are just what's costing them at the moment. And there's another one that's not been called. Don't quite know how it's not been called, but Jersey have got the benefit of the doubt, and now they roll through their final couple touches.
They'll roll forward here with Matt Mickle. Mickle still going forward. Mickle finding support now. I think they certainly did track enough of a distance back there, so it looked a little bit touch and go for a moment, but Vega did retreat the required distance, but only just.
I think it's been given an off the mark earlier on in the touch, so Jersey, again, sort of masterminds their own downfall in this first half. That's a nice little transition there from Chile, working it to the box side quite efficiently. Got to be careful she doesn't step into touch, and that's another skill error that undoes the good work.
Might have to start calling you Nostradamus, Joe Wright. You could see that one brewing, and ultimately the ball goes across the sideline there, so a very sloppy play, the ball, and you'd have to imagine both sides just need to calm down a little here, complete their sets and try and build a bit of pressure.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Could not agree more.
So now forward comes DaCosta. Now floated out to this right-hand side. Mark Knight operating through the middle at the moment. Short pass here for Mickle. Mickle rolls it down just inside the 7. Now Mickle takes off. Big left foot step. And they're more than happy to keep working for these penalties inside the final 7, Jersey. That's probably their 5th of the match so far. Mickle has turned away once more. So don't have Powell out there, nor do they have Graham or Alenko. So it's almost a real changing of the guard here. You don't see that many middles usually operating in one team.
Yeah, this Jersey attack's quite strange. Every time they get the ball, initially they just go forward and then come back to dump and then go forward. And it seems like they're trying to play for not moving forward, although that's a lovely...
There's a lovely wrap around, and now a real opportunity. DaCosta fires a pass here. That's gone backwards, and Goddard is on the spot. That was probably the best worked play of the match so far from Jersey, and it deserved a try.
Yeah, definitely. And also the first time they didn't just run forward when they got the ball, and they actually brought the defence up to them, engaging the defensive player and just played around them. Chile providing single shooters. Jersey playing around them, getting to the edge. She could have walked that one in.
Well, that was almost that old-fashioned. It did take me back to the very first World Cup. Of course, this is the 10th edition, but you don't see the old school wraparound too often these days. As the little dummy comes in, Alenko is there along with Graham, and together they make the touch. Back to the 7-metre mark they'll come now. Chile in no hurry here, looking to reset things. Gradually creeping forward. Graham is there to make the touch. More danger building, but well marked up in the end. So that pass had floated over the top. Tough one to take there for Cisternas. And ultimately, Jersey see off the threat. Just under 14 minutes gone, 3-2 they lead with the rain still coming down here at Nottingham.
Yeah, it seems like Chile have the makings of being a really good side, and there's just 1%ers here and there that aren't connecting, and it's leading to Jersey just feeling growing in confidence throughout this game.
So Vega stepping up to make the touch, and now a nice straight drive once more here from Jersey. They've got them backpedaling. Now Reece Powell floats a pass back towards the middle, and had they taken that one cleanly, 3-on-2, but Chile, to their credit, they were stepping up quickly and applying the pressure, so turnover comes.
Yeah, Jersey looking to play around, and Chile is another unforced error, although it might get given. It is. I don't mind it. I'd like them to be a bit stronger in the touch, to be honest, but I don't mind it. And Chile get away with one. as they look to drive down into their transition, get some fresh legs on, but brilliant pressure from Jersey, making them work really hard to do so.
It's a tough subset here for Chile, but finally they're up over halfway. Not too many shots left in the revolver, so to speak, though. They won't really be able to stage too much. However, Jersey stepping in there. Once more, it's Le Maistre, who's had a couple of interesting defensive plays in these opening 15 minutes. Forward they charge now, Chile. Vedekien slowing it down. Turns it back on the inside here for Cavaral. Cavaral, an option on that right-hand side. Instead, they go back to Vedekien, who is sweeping around. Midway through the count now. Chile looking for a hit back. Jersey in front, 3-2. Vedekien takes it right to the line. Well, that was too dainty for anyone to launch. And as a result, it meekly hits the deck, and there's the turnover.
Yeah, I can't help but feel like with Chile, just hit your holes. Go through your holes. At the moment, it's like they're waiting for ball in hand to go forward. It's like, well, it's easier if you just go through and expect the pass to go to hands. And it seems like they're almost playing as individuals, not really having that team cohesion. Yes, it's early doors, but they need to find it.
And Joe, this is perhaps the difference we're seeing with nations that are more historically rooted in rugby union compared to, for example, rugby league with the likes of Australia in particular, where it is all about hitting that correct line and running through those holes, as now we see Jersey nearly get across the line. But for these nations which probably don't have that traditional connection to rugby league, there's a bit of a different playing style.
Oh, 100%, 100%. And that's why the north of England in the UK, in terms of touch, has dominated. Because, like you say, rugby league is hit your hole, will hit your hands. And, you know, at the moment, Jersey are doing that more often than not than Chile. And I just want Chile to get their head down and go forward. You need that forward momentum in your strike plays, and they're not finding it consistently enough.
So out to this right-hand side, they come now for Cavaral. Reese Livingston also involved. And now they get the troops back out there once more. Fuentes, who got the first try here for Chile, rocks it back quickly. Now, Felipe Vedekien sending it out wide. Vega was under real pressure there. Did a good job in the end to take it, but great scramble from Jersey.
Yeah, really good defensive scramble from Jersey. Much better from Chile as well, actually hitting the holes and going through. But Jersey matching themselves up to it. That seems like it's been milked, I'll be honest. That was not a hard touch. You can pick yourself up and go again. I'm a bit of a cynic in terms of that. We grew up playing touch in the north of England. You get hit hard, you go forward. And, you know, we don't want to see people just falling on the floor. It's not touch.
Well, at the end of the day, it is a contact sport.
Oh, yeah.
It might not be